I don't have time for this. Like, why in the world? Why did I didn't even sleep through because I remember telling my alarm to stop. But I guess she was tired and she needed to go back to bed. Because then I just jump up. And I gotta go. We gotta go right. Keys, water, snack I probably won't finish. Let's go. Okay. We made it on time. Barely. Barely. But we made it. Awkward. So, why in the world? I don't even remember going back to sleep. Like, my alarm went off, and usually because I have Alexa make noise just in case the light that like turns on at when my alarm's supposed to go off. Just in case the light doesn't wake me up, I have Alexa set to the same exact time so that I have to say, Alexa, stop. Sorry if I just made your guys' stuff go off. But, like, I have an alarm that goes off so that I can tell her to stop. So that I have to be up. Why? I went back to bed. And I don't remember doing that. Like, I guess I had closed my eyes. It's the only way. Somebody closed them for me. Because I opened my eyes again. 5:11. I have to be there at 5:30. Thankfully, it's really close to my house, so I was just. And we learned an important lesson today. Okay, we learned the importance of preparation, planning ahead, if you will, because last night I was working on my video and I was like, okay, you know what? At 9:30, I'm gonna stop so that I can start getting ready for bed, and I'll pick up all my stuff for tomorrow morning. Had I not done that, I would have missed the class. I had my clothes all picked out, ready to go. I had my clothes picked out, which was the biggest piece. I had already, like, you know, my makeup was already off, so I just had clean skin, so I just had to throw some moisturizer, brush my teeth really quick. But had I not picked out my clothes, like, I already had my socks laid out, because I'd be losing my bloody socks. Like, had I not done that stuff, I wouldn't have made it. There was no way. And had I not bought already made peanut butter, because normally I use the, like, PB2 powder to make my peanut butter, I would have been hungry. So that was the biggest reminder of, like, hey, Mara, you need to be ready all the time. Otherwise, man, that was something for sure. Happy Monday. What a Monday. Today, I actually have quite a bit that I want to do today, which is typical for Mondays. I love Mondays because I just love, like, the feeling of, you know, the start of a week and, like, a fresh starter, you know? So, a couple things that I need to do. First thing that I'm actually going to do is I'm going to wash my hair. Since it's 6:30, I feel like I can get it all done by 9. And I feel like 9 is a normal time to start what I want to do. I feel I want to work on my vision board. Not so much like the pictures part, because I have plans to go do that with someone. But just, like, writing down what I should be doing. Ideally, in a perfect world, that's how I'm going to kind of think of it. In a perfect world, if time was not a restriction, if money was not a restriction, what does my ideal life for me look like right now? Yes, going on Pinterest and looking at the cute, pretty pictures is, like, fun and really inspiring, but it's not necessarily going to tell me how to get there. And if I sit and write what my perfect, not even quotes, because yeah, what my perfect world looks like, then I can create a plan, you know? So one thing that I want to incorporate into the new year that I've really been enjoying when I stay on top of it is admin days. I have a couple videos about it, but literally I just sit and I plan for the week. We go over money, we talk about, and we make appointments we have to make, we cancel things we need to cancel, that kind of stuff. Oh, which you can barely see. Ta-da! Cute! Okay, I'm gonna go work on my hair, watch some YouTube, and we'll circle back. Okay, so it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It's definitely been some time since the last time I talked to this camera, but I got so much done. I washed my hair, I did my laundry, my sheets are currently in the dryer, I vacuumed and cleaned my entire room, I ate lunch right now, I edited and uploaded my YouTube video. I got so much done. I feel great. And on top of that, I also did some planning for my vision board, or like not just my vision board, but like some planning for my year, because I love a Monday and I feel like Mondays just have great energy for planning and prepping. So I went through and I really sat and thought about what my year, what 2025 looked like and what needs to happen. I sat and thought about what my year, what happened in 2025 that I did not like, that was not working. So I feel like the only way that I could properly plan for the new year and make plans and kind of figure out what those goals are is what did not work the year prior. So I went through and I made a list. Of things that I am no longer doing and things I'm going to be doing instead. Still haven't printed out pictures or anything for the vision board. This is mainly just sitting and like taking accountability and really being honest about what I was doing that wasn't working and how to fix that. So the first thing, which I feel like is so ironic, is rushing. Now, I don't know what happened this morning. That's typically what, when my alarm goes off, even if I don't get off the bed, I'm still like up. So I don't know, something just had a hold on me and I shut my eyes. But I no longer want to be rushing. Like, I hate the feeling of scrambling and I feel like there's no reason for it. So instead of rushing, we're going to be planning accordingly. Time management is going to be a really big focus for me this year, because I have the time, I'm just not utilizing it properly. So I'm going to be planning and prepping, picking out my clothes, packing my lunch, being rested, having the alarm set, that kind of stuff. That needs to be happening. So first goal, or first thing I'm focusing on. Second, doom scrolling. This one's gonna be a really hard one actually, because I love my phone. Okay, I love my phone. I feel like it's so easy to be like, oh, I'm getting ideas for videos, but like, how many of those ideas have you actually done? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So instead of doom scrolling, I'm gonna focus on spending more time in my world. So spending more time focused and worried about what I'm doing and not what everybody else on the internet is doing, because I feel like I feel like social media can be utilized to be such an amazing tool, but also it can be so harmful because I'm comparing and making myself miserable by looking at all these people, and then now I'm questioning, why don't I have this? Why am I not there? No more of that. We're gonna be worried about me. Next, we are no longer saying yes if we don't want to. We're not. If I don't agree, I'm not going to agree. If I don't want to go, I'm not going to go. You're going to have to just ignore the shower. I'm sorry. People have to bathe. He just picked right now to do it. Anyway, and I got caught in this headspace of like, but I don't want to miss out on my 20s, but I also don't want to seem like a bad friend, when in reality I should have just either rescheduled, whether it was just like a mood thing, or I should have just said, hey, count me out. And I think that's also so crazy of me, because I'm a pretty blunt, straightforward person. Like, so I don't know why I felt so compelled to go to these things I didn't want to go to. It probably has to do with how I view friendships and whatever, but that's a topic for a different story. Or a different day, I should say. But if I don't want to go, I'm not going. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it. If I don't agree, I'm not going to agree. We are no longer giving and not getting. And this, because these are like little small bullet points, but to elaborate on that, basically, I am no longer going to keep pouring into people that are not pouring into me. I'm no longer going to be checking on people who aren't checking on me, like, you know, that sort of thing. And you have to understand that yes, some people are having moments and going through things, so they can't be as available or as attentive as they normally are. But if you are really in tune with them, then you know what their situation is, versus you also know when someone is just taking advantage of your niceness. And I ran into several of those this year, and I don't want to do it anymore. Then, and then instead, what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be pouring into the people that I know care. And I feel like as much went wrong this year, I feel so good about the relationships that I do have. I feel like they really blossomed, and I really want to keep pouring into those. Next, treating goals as optional. My goals are not optional. My goals are things that I need to accomplish in order to better my life and to succeed. If I treat them like they are optional, I will never succeed. It's that simple. I feel like this past year I made a lot of, like, I negotiated with myself on my goals. I told myself I'll do it tomorrow, or it can wait till next week, or when I find the time, or I was just too lenient with myself, and I feel like I was spending more time resting and relaxing. But like, for what? What am I resting from? What did I do? What have I done? Nothing. So like, get up. So I feel like my goals are not optional. I need to accomplish them. And this year I'm going to be a little bit stricter about that. But I don't think it'll feel so intense and crazy if I'm also doing these things, like putting everything else into effect, because everything else, I feel like I'll be less stressed, and I will feel more supported and feel like overall in a better space to where accomplishing these goals feels easy, versus I was putting myself, like, this whole year felt like I was in fight or flight the whole time, and that's why I wasn't accomplishing things. Versus if I'm in a space where I can really just like be creative and have fun and enjoy my structure that I'm creating for myself, who knows what I could do? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? This list is definitely the non-negotiables we are no longer doing list. Like, you have to stop doing this stuff, because because this at the end of the day is what is making everything feel so hard. So yeah, this was a little bit of a rambly situation, but I feel like it's what I'm working on, it's what I'm thinking about, so I wanted to share. But I just think it's really important to me, just because I just didn't have the best year, and I am not all to blame for it, but like, there was so much I could have done to prevent so many other things, and I didn't. So that's pretty much step one, or part one of my vision board series, whatever that looks like, because I'm going in phases, because I really want to do this the right way. Oh, and there goes the water again. So yeah, so now I have to get ready to go to work. So I'm gonna go do that. I feel like this is a great time to end the video, because there's nothing to see there. So I hope you're also excited and planning for your new year, because I feel like we're gonna have a really good one. So with that being said, that's it. That's the tweet. And with that, I will see you when I see you.